Alright, what is going on, guys? I'm Breakup and welcome back to another video. Now, for today's video, we've got a spicy, dicey story time video for you guys, okay? Yay, finally some original content. So when I do story time videos, usually it's something really lighthearted. It doesn't matter much, you know, it's just all in good fun, and it's not very serious, right? But this one is really intense, okay? I think you might cry during this one, okay? So just to be safe, grab a box of tissues, because you never know when you'll need it. Oh, but Adam, I'm a big man, I never cry. I'm a big strong man, I don't cry. This story is enough to make a grown man cry, okay? So grab some chopped onions, grab your cute little goldfish that you're about to flush down the toilet because it's dead, and let's get right into it.
Need a thotty, Cali body, tryna go with this. I don't know how to face it, go there.
Okay, so the topic of today's storytime video is gonna be my first breakup. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Adam, you're 13, how can you have already gone through a breakup? Like, I am only 13, and I've already witnessed a tragic event like this one. Okay, so this story goes back all the way to elementary school, so, you know it's a big deal if it happened in elementary school, alright? So there was this girl in my 3rd grade class, let's just call her L, alright? Like, literally just the letter L. So she had transferred to my school from another school, like, in a different part of town, okay? And so when she came to our school, I had never seen her before, right? And so being the ladies' man that I was in elementary school, I had to get to know her, alright? After a couple days of getting to know her, I realized, like, I really like this girl. Like, 3rd grade me was all over her, alright? Now, here comes one of the very important rules of 3rd grade, okay? I don't know if a lot of you guys remember 3rd grade. Maybe some of you guys are in 3rd grade. But one of the very important rules of 3rd grade is that if a guy and a girl talk to each other, they are instantly dating. And since me and this girl would hang out all the time, everybody would always make fun of us. Ooh, you boyfriend and girlfriend. Wow. So every time somebody would make fun of us for dating, we would both just kind of deny it because it was really weird to actually be dating someone in like 3rd grade, and so we would both just deny it, when of course I actually really liked her a lot, and I thought that she did too, and she was just denying it so she wouldn't get made fun of. I mean, I thought we were on the same page. We were both just denying that we liked each other even though we really did, just so that people won't get on us about it, right? But boy, was I wrong. Like, we would talk to each other every single day. We would talk to each other all through class. We would sit with each other at lunch. We would pretty much do everything together, except there were 2 very big red flags that I just pretty much ignored. So here's your very brief dating advice with Adam, okay? The first red flag was that whenever we would talk about like what we really were, like I don't know what we would be talking about, but we would bring up the subject of like us, she would always refer to me as a good friend. Not her boyfriend, not her I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with this person friend, just her friend. Now, the second thing was, when I said we would hang out all the time, I didn't mean we would hang out like all the time. I just meant at school, okay? Not once did we ever hang out outside of school, which was also a very big indicator that, we were just friends and nothing more than that. But of course, 3rd grade me, being the absolute Chad that I was, could not take that hint, okay? So fast forward to the beginning of 4th grade, and I checked the classes list, and I realized that we're not in the same class. Me and this girl were being separated, and it was really sad that the teachers would do that to us. And now, I'm not sure which elementary school you guys went to, but in my elementary school, if you weren't in the same class as somebody, you would never see them. Like, you were only with the people in your class. And so, needless to say, it was a pretty sad day, and by sad day, I mean like sad entire year. Like, for the whole year, I would never see the girl that I really liked. And the only time I would see her was at recess. And when I would go out to recess, I would see her with these 2 other guys, right? There was one guy who was in her class and another guy who was her neighbor, and she would just kind of hang out with them and just have fun, right? Like, they would just talk, hang out, laugh, just do all the stuff you do when you're just like genuinely friends with someone. Now, a normal person would see this as, okay, so she's just a nice person and she just found some new friends in her new class, but of course 3rd grade me, or actually now 4th grade me, I was dumb for a really long time, okay? What 4th grade me took it as was, oh my god, she's cheating on me. So therefore my entire 4th grade year was just ruined because I had been disconnected with the girl of my dreams. This is so sad. Can we get 100 likes? Drop a like and you will instantly turn from a Melman to a Chad. No joke, no scam. Always works, 100% true, not clickbait. So as I was saying, 4th grade wasn't necessarily the best time, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll get to know her again in 5th grade, but we'll be on good terms and it'll be alright, okay? And sure enough, we were in the same class in 5th grade, and so we were just chilling and grilling again, alright? Now, it was at this point that young me came to the realization that I hadn't made a single move yet. Like, I thought that we had like a sort of unspoken relationship, you know, like we both liked each other, but we just never talked about it. But I mean, I had never really confirmed anything, but I was pretty sure that she liked me, okay? So I had this plan. The end of the school year was coming soon, and if you guys don't already know, I have a pool at my house, right? And so we like to host pool parties all the time, okay? So my idea was that at the end of the school year, I would host this big elementary school graduation party, and I would invite her and all her friends and all my friends, and I would just pretty much invite anybody I had really ever talked to in all of elementary school. Now my master plan was, since she was gonna be there, I would confess that I liked her during the pool party. I would just take her aside, just trying to get each other alone, and then I would confess to her, right? And in 5th grade me's head, nothing could possibly go wrong with this whole little plan. Like, clearly she couldn't possibly reject me. I mean, she clearly liked me. I mean, all the signs were there. She did talk to me and like didn't hate me. I thought everything was gonna go fine, okay? Now, the end of the school year was on a Friday, okay? And of course, my party was that night, that Friday night, because that was the day that school ended. And so eventually that week came around, and I had told all of my friends what my plan was, and they were all cheering me on. They were like, oh yeah, it's gonna be great, she's gonna like you too, and then you guys are gonna live happily ever after. How did I not realize that even if she did actually like me, we probably weren't gonna see each other all summer? I was so dumb, alright guys? Like, trust me, in 5th grade, I wasn't that dumb, but like in this situation, I was listening to my heart instead of my head. I still see your shadows in my room, can't take back the love. So it's the week of the party, the school year is winding down. The party was on a Friday, but that Thursday we were gonna do the whole yearbook signing thing at school. So everybody was going around signing each other's yearbooks, just doing the normal things you do when it's the end of the school year. And this girl that I liked comes over to me and she comes to sign my yearbook, right? And I hadn't signed hers yet, okay? And so she comes over to me, she's like, oh, where were you? I wanted to sign your yearbook. And so she signs mine, and she writes all the normal stuff that you write on somebody's yearbook when you're like signing it. She wrote like, have a great summer, you're such a good friend. Friend is the key word. So she signs her name and she looks like she's done with it, okay? But then she goes, oh wait, I forgot one thing. And she bends over and writes down on the paper, I love you, and then walks away. And needless to say, I was really happy. Like, the feel-good music at the end of every Disney movie was like playing in my head as I ran around telling all my friends. Like, it was insane. And I'm talking to my friend about it, and he tells me, yo, you haven't signed her yearbook yet. She signed yours, but you haven't done anything with hers. And so I'm walking around looking for her so I can go and sign her yearbook, and I see her with her best friend, and she's just bursting out into tears. So I was really confused, alright, because I had no idea why she would possibly be crying. And so next period we had gym, and of course, since we were in the same class in elementary school, you have all the same classes together, and so we were in the same gym class. And so she's on the tennis court just still crying, and I'm so confused, like, what is happening? And so I go up to her and ask what's wrong. And so I ask her, and she says, I don't actually like you. Get bamboozled, get bamboozled. So then 5th grade me was like, hold up, you just told me that you liked me and now you suddenly don't. Like, what happened? And so she broke it down for me. So if you guys don't already know, my name's Adam, okay? And there was this other girl in our class named Alma. Of course, the names Adam and Alma are really similar. And so this Alma girl had signed her yearbook before I had. And so Alma had written something, 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 have a great summer, I love you. You know, just as a girl thing. thing. Now, Alma had really small handwriting, and so when she signed her name at the bottom, it looked like Adam. And so she got confused and thought that I had written that. And so this girl was like, okay, I don't really like this kid, but apparently he likes me. So just to make him feel good, I'm gonna tell him I like him back. Yay, manipulation. And the reason she was crying was because she had realized that, hey, I just told this kid that I liked him when I actually don't, so now he's gonna think that I actually like him, and then when I tell him the truth, he's gonna be really sad. And that's exactly what happened. So I got lied to, and then she told me the truth, and then we were both sad. Now that's what I call a happy ending. But it's not over though, because the party was still happening the next day, and I had planned to confess to her at the party, but everything had already gone down. So needless to say, the party was really awkward. Like, I had invited her and a couple of her friends, and then everybody else was just guys, and because of what happened, all the guys stayed on one side of the pool and all the girls stayed on the other side, so it was a pretty hostile environment. I don't think I even talked to her that whole time, and she literally left without even saying anything, so it went pretty bad, honestly. And after that, it was summer, but for the first couple of weeks of summer, I literally did nothing but sit there and cry. I would basically get up in the morning, feel sorry for myself, text my friend, he would make me mad, and then I would go back to sleep. But on that note, guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. There is more to the story, so if you want to see a part 2, be sure to drop a like. If you did not enjoy the video and don't want a part 2, then also drop a like because it makes me feel good. And also because I need YouTube money to feed my starving children. I have not made physical contact with a girl since this all happened, so also drop a like if you think I need a better social life. Of course, subscribe to the channel We Got Bored for more random videos at random times, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Need a thotty, Cali body tryna go with this. I don't know how to face it, go there. Got too much going, think I'm feeling for the go, yeah. Might come up missing if you tell